good, people? This is the king himself. And this is the Loui Talk to Him show, and we here with Lewbo, man. I go way back with this nigga, man. We got years on our belt together, you feel me?
What's good? What's good? What's good? Yeah, we go way back. What's good? Pleasure to be here, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh, shit.
Go ahead and get that fog out.
Probably be a fucking juicy ass conversation today, you man. So shit, let's get these drinks going on while I get my stuff together. You know, I got this privilege.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Since that's your vice, you know?
Yeah, we vibing like that.
That's how we do it on this show. Whatever you like to do, when you vibing and on vacation, that's what we gonna do.
Yeah, we on that vibe right now, man.
You wanna do a line of coke? You do a line of coke?
No, sir.
Okay, no cocaine. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. Because I'm about to smoke you out. You don't smoke?
Nah, man, but I enjoy the smell, though, so go on ahead, man.
Yeah, you about to get secondhand like a motherfucker.
Hey, listen, that shit zero carb, I'm telling you. With all that shit, though.
But shit, man. I know shit's been crazy lately, especially with this corona shit, you know, and all this violence going on. How you feel about the state of America right
now? Man, I think it's sad, man. You know, it's sad because of several reasons. Because number one, you can't even focus on just the COVID. You got the George Floyd situation that's going on, and you got, you know, other cases where, you know, African Americans, you know, getting killed by police officers and shit like that. So it's not even the fact that we could, you know, COVID ain't our only issue right now. While we dealing with COVID, we still dealing with the injustices of America. And it's sad that we already got shit to worry about with that. And we gotta deal with this shit at the same time. So, you know, it's just a bad time to be an African American in the country.
Yeah, this is true. This is definitely true. My whole thing is, I just don't like how some people, you know, I don't want to say white folks, because some niggas out there tripping, you feel me, feel like it's okay for like a cop to murder somebody when you're not being compliant. Like, you're an officer that's here to protect. Regardless of what a suspect may be doing, your main objective is to protect even him from himself.
Right.
So why even murder is an option?
I think, I mean, me personally, with the experiences I've been through, I got guns pulled at me for traffic stops.
Mm-hmm.
And then end up having that, not even leaving with a ticket. So that letting me know that technically I ain't do nothing wrong, but the approach itself is just, they scared of us, man.
Yeah.
Let's just call it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't from inner cities. They heard stories about Liberty City. They heard stories about Overtown. They heard stories about Miami itself. And now you sending somebody who's been working and living in the protections and sales of suburban areas. Now you sending them as a cop to work in the area.
Yeah.
Their approach always gonna be aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
That's why as kids, we was growing up, when you see the police, you automatically run. Not because you did something, because of the feel of how they handle you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They was almost like the bullies of us.
Yeah.
So I don't really think that the fact that it's just what you're doing wrong and not being compliant.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the fact that they being overly aggressive. And that causes a lot of jittery feelings and things like that. You got your hand, you scared already, you got your hand on the trigger.
Oh,
You're taught not to have your hand on the trigger, not even as a police officer, but as a concealed weapon owner, you taught not to keep your hand on the trigger.
Okay.
So how do you get somebody doing something fidgety and you scared and you accidentally shoot somebody while they're in handcuffs?
Exactly.
I think it's fair, man. So I actually met with the North Miami Police Department 2 days ago.
I seen that. How did that go? What was that all about, first of all?
So I had a homeboy named Detective Brooks. He was working on a case with the little girl who got murdered at Brown Subs, and he grew up with me. He doing, you know, from the hood.
Uh-huh.
But it's like a homeboy that you grew up with, but we end up going two different paths.
Okay.
And his path ended up being a detective. and he's a solid dude, man. A1 character. But we kind of put all police in one category, right. Just like they put all us in one category.
Like y'all all pigs.
Right, y'all pigs, and they say y'all thugs. But it's not like that for everybody. So he wanted to take some cats that was influential out the city and have a conversation and kind of just look at each other's perspectives and see what we each other go through.
Okay.
So it was a real good experience, man. We had
how was all that put together? That was put together by
him.
Okay.
Yeah, he put that together, and I'm looking forward to it, man, because at the end of the day, believe it or not, I end up having more respect for police officers, and I think they end up having more respect for us.
Exactly.
Because I had to understand, let them know what we go through on the other end of the stick. And they was there really trying to let them know what we go through. And we actually did some situations where they gave us a gun and we did a virtual reality, and it's like, what would you do as a police officer in this situation, And it was like, you had to pretend to shoot the person or not shoot the person.
Oh, so you had a chance to be a police
officer. Right. But what I'm saying is, I think they need to have a situation where
they're on the other side. Yeah.
Right.
They're on the other side of the gun.
How I feel to be a big nigga that's 6'3", 390 pounds.
Yeah.
And you reaching for your wallet and you get shot.
See, the thing is, the black officers know that because they grew up with that climate. They grew up, you know what I'm saying, getting those type of situations to where you get pulled over and the cop being aggressive.
Right.
It's the others, or not all black people, because, I feel like it's more about the environment you was brought up in.
I think they need to do more training with separate parties. Like, don't put Hispanic and Hispanic, white with white, black and black. Like, take a white person with a black person that's dwelling on a neighborhood and pair them up with a white person and let them actually see the inner city.
Oh, yeah.
And also vice versa.
And actually get to meet the people, not just see, like actually get to know the people that's just so you feel like they're people. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're just a victim or a suspect. Like, you see the people in the people.
Right. It's like you actually get familiar with the society itself. Because what it is they have a stereotype about it. And they scared, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like hearing about Compton all your life. You don't hear about good shit in your Compton. You go to California, you hear about Compton, you automatically think gangs and you get scared off of what the media tell you.
Yeah. And it's a funny story. We just came from Cali, right? So, I'm getting my suitcase together, and I like red. I love red. Red and blue are my two favorite colors. My homeboy's like, hey, Cali, right? Well, right. Man, I said, I got all my clothes red and blue. Right. What I'm gonna do? I'm like, man, fuck that. You feel me? Right. I ain't bring my all red, but I brought my all blue. Right. I feel like Crips are more
dominant.
Nah, they're more easy to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
You're lame. If you were a game maker, you would be a Crip. Just say it.
I like the Bloods.
They say, nigga.
My homeboy say I'm from Macramino because I like Mozzie. You know me? But, I feel like they relatable, so I feel like I can wear that color, but it shouldn't even been like that.
Right.
I should have felt like I could go over there and just be me and not have to worry about that. And I only felt like that because I never been, and what TV showed me, what they showed me California is like. Right. So I'm thinking it's just some game. Like, I'm going to jump off the plane and they're going to check me about my colors.
Listen, believe it or not, when I played football, I lived in California. My whole team was divided in Crips and Bloods. The first month I got it, I was going out to a funeral. My nose tackle was a big Samoan nigga named Johnny Falau. Cool-ass, long-hair, calm nigga, but he was a real-known gangster, but he was a Crip. He was on my team, and the first one, he used to be like, what they talk real calm and slow.
See,
what was niggas in Miami doing? Right. They end up shooting him. They end up shooting him in the chest and killed him. So my first month moving to Cali on my team, I was going to my teammate funeral in the fucking first month. Who's supposed to be like, this is all-American nigga, supposed to be like my competition.
Damn.
Yeah, man. They killed him, shot him in the chest. So
see, what? Damn.
And my neighbors was rolling 60s, which was Nipsey Hussle's cousins. And
see, now that's I got a homeboy that stay out there, Champ, and he lives out there, and I think it's different when you live out there. because we shot a video and stuff, and we know we all in the street. You know, we acting like, yeah, we got cameras and shit. And, you know, the homies put up like, yeah, you know, we can't be shooting over here like that. And I'm like, you know, okay, cool, no questions asked. I'm gone. You know, once a person come concerned and tell you some shit, you know, you gotta move. So I guess it is like that over there.
You know, listen, it's heavy like that over there. But what I think they know is they call me Miami.
Oh.
They know our culture was different from the game banging. Our game banging was hoods.
Yeah.
You know, before, at this time, it was hoods before all the colors and shit.
You're right.
So they knew that I ain't know no better. Like, if I said, nigga, old crab-ass nigga, you couldn't say that to a crip. Like, that's an insult. That's something that a blood would tell a nigga to say, hey, man, bro, don't say that, bro. You're not supposed to say that.
Okay.
So, like, they know.
They had to school you. Just like my boy, he be schooling us like, listen, he be like, nigga, y'all niggas don't like to listen. Just listen. Do what I say, and we go be safe.
I don't know about all that do what I say shit, but
I'm just saying, it's not like do what I say, but it's pretty much if I tell you like, yo, we can't be over here.
No, but see, what me was, I had already set up my name out there.
Oh, so
I came out there with I came with the muscle. So
okay.
I was knocking niggas out, and I had niggas kicking in though. So like with me, it was more so like, I can fuck with this nigga. Like he a G naturally. You understand what I'm saying? But let me let him know how the game banging is. Okay. Because I had blood teammates coming to my house.
Real recognized.
They ended up putting guns on just because they was Crips next door.
That shit.
So
crazy.
I'm outside with shotguns in between shotguns with my teammate and my neighbors. So it was real out there now. Don't get me twisted, but I think they respect wherever you come from as far as your culture, especially if they know you don't know.
And then on top of that, you know, shit, speaking of knocking niggas out, I know you got history, got fighter blood in you, you know. You feel me? Yeah. Tell me about, is it your granddad, your uncle?
Granddad.
Yeah.
My granddad fought Muhammad Ali. In Miami.
That's dope.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's
herbicide.
So it's in your blood. You feel me?
Yeah, man, I'm a fighter, man.
So you're a fighter. Are you naturally aggressive? Because, you know, I've been hearing you be choking niggas out and shit. What the fuck happened with ASAP? I see the report. I was like, yo, man, this nigga done choked super. What the fuck happened?
Hey, man, listen. Hey, let me tell you something, dog. The media bullshit. First of all, let me clear this shit up, dog.
Hold on, wait. Let's take a shot at that.
Let's take a shot at that.
Real recognize real.
Real recognize real, man. Nigga. Listen, I respect everybody, dog. But first of all, I didn't know it was ASAP Ferg. I didn't know who the nigga was. But it's just the respect thing. Like, it ain't the fact that, I'm just around here choking nigga, knocking everybody out of Miami. It's just the fact that these niggas just happen to do shit stupid as fuck when they come and visit our city, and they don't have no respect for us. So,
but you know, look at this shit. Look at this view. This shit'll make you act ass.
Right, but it'll make you act ass in a fun way, but it shouldn't make you feel disrespectful
or disrespect other people.
Like, I wouldn't go to California and show my ass like that to no niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show respect to everybody. So I feel like on South Beach, they give niggas a pass who got money to do what the fuck they want to do because they know the real niggas on the other side of that bridge. So, but it's real niggas over here too.
Exactly.
Who visiting from the other side of the bridge. And we just happen to be visiting in the fucking club. I got all my New Orleans Saints niggas with me. And the nigga popping bottles and shit. And he had a show.
Oh, he trying to shine on a nigga.
No. I think he was just really having a good time, like you said.
Oh, okay.
But he was acting out of content. So he in the DJ booth.
He having too much of a good time.
Yeah, he in the DJ booth, and our section right is in front of the DJ booth, in front of Cameos. And the DJ booth was right behind it at the time before they changed it. So the DJ booth behind us, and this nigga in the DJ booth just popping bottles, but he's spraying the whole fucking club. Like, so, he spraying everybody.
Thinking everybody
Man, listen, I got everybody with me, dog. I mean, all them NFL niggas, man, I got them all with me from the Saints, dog. So
he in that bit popping bottles just to spray them shits on people? Like he's popping them and spraying them, or he ain't
spraying them to spray them on people. He in the club He about to perform, but he got the bottles and he just spraying it. Like I just won a fucking championship, the finals.
Okay.
That mentality.
Okay.
So, but the DJ nigga, he like patented the fucking equipment because he's spraying it on the equipment.
Oh, that's a no. Niggas make some shit like that on my equipment. I would have choked his ass out too.
But they ain't checking. Instead of checking him, he in the DJ booth with the nigga. Instead of saying, yo, chill, he patting the fucking equipment down with napkins and shit.
Trying to compensate. See, that's one thing I don't like. You feel me? And I feel you. And I don't know if this is a Miami thing, but I don't like, I'm not going to compensate for bullshit.
Right.
So I understand. So he patting the DJ booth down. And I'm trying to get what led to the chokeout.
Shit, the fucking spraying the bottle. So when he was spraying it,
you checked him, you just like, fuck it, this nigga gotta go out.
Nah, let me tell you. So in the club sometimes they drop a lot of little shit, little miss.
Oh yeah.
But I wasn't sure if it was miss or if it was something else. So I'm like, what the fuck is this on me? And everybody looking like, but it was a little thicker. So I turn around, I see this nigga.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I instantly get in bull mode. I'm like, hey, check it out. So the DJ booth right behind us. I'm like, yo, check this out. So he leaned forward. When he leaned forward, I choked the shit out of that. I tried to break that bitch out of the apple. I was mad as fuck, man. Hey, but listen, no clout chasing, man. I did not know it was ASAP Ferg. Until they say, ASAP Ferg performing, I was like, and the nigga grabbed the bike, I was like, oh shit. But I was like, at that point, I was like, man, fuck that nigga. But he was on the mic, being real, he was like, yo, my bad, my nigga, shout out to this nigga here, homie. Like,
that's like, love.
I'm like, shit, nigga choked me. I'll be like, fuck, what's that in? But no,
he understood.
Right, not shitting on the nigga name. I choked, I did choke him, but he did apologize when he grabbed the microphone. So.
See, but shit, nigga, look at you. I'm gonna apologize to you too. Especially after you done choked.
Shit, nigga, I'm niggas bigger than me. I'm like Jimmy Graham and all these other big ass niggas.
You talking about you and the whole motherfucker.
It's 12 of us, nigga. I'm one of the littler niggas.
The monsters.
Yeah. You feel me? Oh, yeah, he probably didn't want no smoke with that then. You right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he stood up on the shit perform. He was like, yeah, shout out to all this thing.
Exactly.
Shout out to homie right here.
He already knew. He was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just bite this bullet.
I would do the same shit with Travis Scott, but I ain't gonna say that. They blackball me. He too strong right now. I might can't release a free music sample right now. That bitch so strong in the game.
Hey, big ups.
It is what it is.
But shit.
Shout out to ASAP Ferg though.
Right. While we on the subject, what the fuck happened at Take One? How you been, bro?
Golly. Boy, you did your own work.
All right. What the fuck happened, bro?
Listen, man. The bouncer, bro. The niggas be flexing. I was in there for another artist. I ain't getting no clout because I don't fuck with him no more. But I was in there supporting another artist for his album release party. Long story short, one of the bouncers came in. One of the bouncers tried to flex on me. Having a good time, man. I mean, I was really having a good time. Fresh off my surgery. We having a good time. We got my whole team in there. We deep. Like, it's suicidal to even fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? We having a good time. And I stepped behind the bar because, Take One, the doors go open. So I stepped aside so the bartender could get out.
See, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never been in that bitch because there's only one way in, one way out.
No, it's more than one way in, one way out.
Okay, I'm
You'll find it out as the bitch started shooting. Bitches was
like, you finally out.
Hey, man, long story short, the nigga tried to flex. Mm-hmm. I beat the bouncer ass behind the bar. And, somebody started shooting. And they banned us from Take One, and that was the rest.
That's cool. Somebody started shooting. It wasn't you, right?
No, I was beating the nigga ass. I'm on camera beating the nigga ass.
You busy.
Shout out DJ Ryman. He can witness that. He'll tell you. He saw the camera. I heard they were rewinding the tape with me whooping the nigga ass. So.
That shit probably like on the hit.
Because he was one of them bouncers where he was like always trying to bully niggas and shit like that. So it was like they was happy to see him get his ass whooped.
Oh, he had it coming.
Yeah. He got it. He got it good.
Oh, damn.
Don't misunderstand me from that, man. There's a lot of positive shit going on right now.
Well, you know, it is what it is. People got to do what they got to do.
Self-defense.
You feel me? So shit. What new projects you got coming out? What's going on? Matter of fact, the people don't know. Are you signed or what? Like how?
No,
you're not signed.
No.
Okay.
Fuck no. I'm not signed. I don't have any management. I got rid of everybody.
Got rid of everybody. What happened? Shit, what happened with that? Can you talk about that?
All right. So, long story short, man, let's just say this, man. When you got a team, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Okay. And at the beginning, you know what I'm saying, they presented me with a lot of opportunities, you know, like working with the city girls and shit like that. I'm always commend them for putting me in certain situations where, you know, I was opening up for the city girls and shit like that, going to Rolling Loud and experiencing that whole, you know, that environment. But at the end of the day, the longevity of it is, you know, everybody got to be on the same page. Mm-hmm. And if somebody else take a fall, the next man up got to have that same mentality as the man that took the fall. Otherwise, if you come in with your whole new agenda and your whole new plan, it's not going to work. So, you know, somebody on the team took a fall, and the next man up was supposed to be in charge, and, you know, we just couldn't get along, man. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a workaholic. I like to work. I like to grind. And I just kind of felt like I was really at a standstill. And we just couldn't see eye to eye. So I respectfully declined to move forward with him, and you know, I wished him the best.
It wasn't nothing crazy. It's just that, you know, you just decided to go another direction.
No, it wasn't nothing crazy. It wasn't no bullshit. It was just more so of, you know, the way that I move and the way I handle business and the way that they was trying to do things. So, you know, but it is what it is, man.
Okay, so what's the new direction? You just gonna all do it yourself, or, you know, you have a label?
No, I'm not. I'm independent, man. I'm independent. I'm independent, doing everything myself 100% right now. Okay. I actually just, you know, met up with a couple of people. The baby manager, Taylor. This is manager.
See, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm gonna let people know off the real. I don't know shit about the industry. You feel me? I don't keep up. I don't know. I find out as I go. Shit, that's that gas. Woo! Yeah. Don't laugh at me. Don't do it like that. But yeah, I don't know shit. So, you know, I ain't gonna know who's who.
Yeah, well, so in case you don't know, it's the baby's manager. His name is Arnold Taylor.
Okay.
So I did a feature record that's doing real big on 99 Jams overseas.
What's the record?
It's called Party Up.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Party Up. I did it with Mr. David. Shout out Mr. David. He's a Caribbean artist, Jamaican artist. Okay. And that record got a lot of buzz. And long story short, you know, Arnold Taylor came across and heard the record, and, you know, he liked what he heard. So there's a lot of situations going on out there where, you know, they looking and they watching.
Oh, yeah. See, you hit the joint? You want to hit it?
No, nigga, that's secondhand smoke.
I told you to get, take a shot of that. Right?
That good shit. But yeah, man, no management, no label right now. I'm just working, man, until I get I'm not in a rush to get, but if I come across a good team that got good work ethic, they can put me in a better situation, yeah.
That's what's up.
Right now,
you know, do it for your family.
Yeah, I'm doing it on my own right now, man.
Right.
100% profit.
I know you personally. You feel me? So, you know, I know stuff about you that other people may not know.
Okay.
So how, you know, I know your mother passed, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Yeah. That was tough for me.
Yeah. How you dealt with that? Like, how are you dealing?
I think, well, first of all, my mom committed suicide last year. So battling with mental illness. So for me, it was different because I was hands-on with a lot of cats saying in their parents or family life when they dealing with that shit. Me, I was one of the people like, yo, what's up? What you need? What you doing? Like, that was part of my motivation. So it was different for me because the whole music grind was like, yo, mom, we almost there. I'm finna get you some help. We gon', you feel me? So for me, it was harder because that was part of my motivation. So when it happened, like my whole last year was just really on pause. Like I didn't drop, well, let's say I didn't release one new record last year because mentally I just couldn't, I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different when you lose your mama, man.
Yeah.
When you been with the old girl the whole time and you lose your mama, it's just different because she been your rider, she been your ace in the corner the whole time. You go to prison, you go to jail, you gonna always have the old girl.
Especially for a son.
Especially for the only son. So it's even harder for me. So I was like, you know, I was that go-to guy. So it was like, damn, why she ain't call me? Like that's just how my mind was thinking.
Yeah.
And then, you know, my mom was 53, so she was young. She still had a whole life ahead of her. So, you know, man, I think God do things for different reasons, man. And, I dedicate everything to her from here on out. I think that made me go harder. Exactly. I felt like had I went harder earlier, maybe I could have saved her. If I was a millionaire, maybe I could have paid for that help. So we always gonna have that type of regret when something like that happened, what you could do and could have did. But at this point, I could just move forward, man, and just try to have my head right and go harder, man, in honor of a name and, you know, make her proud.
That's what's up. That's what's up that you have this energy going forward with that. Because you're gonna need that to get through. Yeah. You know?
Definitely. Hard industry.
You, if you don't mind me asking, did you go to counseling or anything?
I seen a therapist.
Okay.
And I already shoot everybody.
Okay.
Everybody. So bitch could have stuck to my shoes. The way I was, mentally where I was at, it was like a lot of anger inside me, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And then it's like looking for something to release that anger. Oh. And writing wasn't it. Because you could start writing and I couldn't get past the first line.
So therapy, you agree, helps?
Therapy, I think therapy helped me, but nothing helps like time.
Time,
man.
Okay.
Time. You just gotta allow yourself to.
So time was the greatest healer.
Time was the greatest. It's not gonna be. It ain't gonna ever heal. But I think that time allowed me to get used to the reality, and that's what it was for me.
Are you spiritual? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, I grew up in a spiritual world. You know, I'm not perfect, but you know, man, I think I try to do things consciously and morally and principally based off of, you know, the upbringing I came up in. I came up in the church, but you know, I had to go through my rough experiences and shit like that for me to understand, you know, what that spiritual life was about. But I'm still a work in progress.
Okay, I feel everybody is, no matter where you at.
Facts.
You know.
Put it like this, right?
Uh-huh.
If me and you do a record together, right?
Yeah.
And the record getting fucking buzz, but you an artist and your record ain't getting no buzz, your mind would say, well, shit, let's start pushing the shit that I'm on the feature.
I would. But see,
you would think.
I'm a businessman, but what I do realize about not even the industry, but people in the world, everybody don't look at profit. People look at feelings. People be
fuck your feelings. Nigga, it's about money or nothing.
See,
that always got too much fucking egos, bro.
That's the shit that make you a what? A shark.
A shark?
You feel me?
I want a shark for the money.
That's why they had exactly. That's why they got the shit Shark Tank. Niggas, people who think like that actually think different from the majority of people in the world. And that's just some real nigga shit. And you just gonna have to accept that.
I ain't gotta accept shit.
You just gotta accept that. You gotta accept that's what you dealing with out here.
No, but I ain't gonna deal with, see, they gotta accept the fuck they dealing with out here. Cause I'm gonna do what the fuck I did and chop your ass out the video.
You cut the nigga out the video?
Yeah, I cut the nigga out the video.
Why
y'all got me fucked up, man. I ain't got no time for these pussy ass niggas in this rap game, man.
You kept the verse?
What?
You kept the verse?
Man, chop, nigga.
We can't see.
Man, y'all can look at the video. Lewbo never switched. That shit say Lewbo.
Then you chopped the verse and him.
Man, listen, bro. I ain't got time for the fuck shit. Listen, I look at it like this, my nigga. I'm traveling, coming to your city. The fuck with you. My team traveling to your city to come fuck with you, to do your verse. You do your verse, half-ass shit put up together, no problem. The videographer gonna make it look right.
Okay.
I tell a nigga, yo, I did another scene that the videographer say, on top of that, it's gonna take 30 minutes to do. The videographer live in your city. I live in Miami. He live in Orlando. The videographer called this nigga. The videographer hit me back like, man, this nigga on some Hollywood shit. I'm like, huh? I say, the nigga videographer like, oh yeah, man, this nigga ain't answering the phone. He answered the phone to tell me, man, bro ain't trying to accommodate me. I'm like, accommodate you? For what? The video already been filmed.
What did the nigga want? Some purple Skittles?
Bro, I don't even know. Listen, I would have respected the nigga if the nigga would have told me that from the beginning.
Okay.
You feel me?
Oh, it was like a surprise.
It was like we had
at the door and all this is happening.
We had already filmed the fucking video. It was just a little piece on 30 minutes that they needed to film. That was it.
He was locked up.
No, he wasn't fucking locked up.
Okay.
Oh, I ain't got time and I ain't got to listen. It turned me off because it's my cousin.
Damn.
So
what's the artist's name if you want,
King Cocky, nigga. Y'all listen. Nothing against him, but he did some foul ass shit. I felt like if it was me doing a record for him, I'm gonna let shit know how I want it from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? Not only that, nigga, you run one of the biggest clubs. He had to put me on a celebrity basketball game. He had to put me on beats. I'm like, you not only just a rapper, you a club promoter, like a hostess in Orlando. Got a name for yourself. So what I'm saying is, you could have did more for the record. They got both our names on there. I'm sitting there thinking shit saying, yo, I don't know what your shit doing, but nigga, this shit, 99 grams, Atlanta, Texas, nigga, it's buzzing. It can help both of us. Right. I got your name legally on the motherfucking paperwork, so you gonna get a cut. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, it feel like what it's about. If you wanted some bread from the beginning to do a song, you should have said that from the beginning. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I felt about the shit.
See, actually, America is the only country that the only two people that get paid off a song are the person who owns the song and the writer.
Right.
See, you own the song, so he probably felt some type of way about that because he would have had to get his check from you, even if money would have came from.
Not true, because what I did was I added his name on the distribution. I added his name to where
he would have got other money.
He would have automatically got his cut.
Okay.
You ain't have to wait on me. If you are legally registered in the BMI system, nigga, they was gonna offer every stream that I got paid. You would have got I set it up to where you get your cut. So it can't say it's about the money, but nonetheless, nigga, you ain't pop. We ain't rich right now, so we still trying to get there anyway. So if I'm telling you, yo, this shit we did together is clowning. Niggas telling me, yo, you should have kept your first verse anyway.
Damn.
But out of respect, because I'm trying to build with other artists in other cities and build those relationships, and he did put me on other certain platforms. Out of love, I was like, let me put this nigga on the song. I'm shouting the nigga out. In interviews, I'm shouting the nigga out. So when I see you do other songs, other niggas, y'all going hard behind it, I'm like, well, damn, is this the Orlando versus Miami thing? Because I see Orlando, they got that little movement where all them niggas sticking behind each other. And I'm the only nigga from Miami. We got a hard-ass record dropping right now. And you ain't behind the shit. You ain't posting the shit or nothing like that. You feel me? We got fans in Orlando resharing the shit. I'm tagging your name. You ain't resharing it. What this shit about? Because if it's about something different, I could have left your ass out and just did 2 verses or put somebody else behind that bit. Honestly.
Damn, what probably was that you probably was getting more buzz than he was in his own city.
I don't think it's in my own city. I think the record overall was just getting more buzz than anything that he was doing. You see, what it is because I had a lack of catalog, niggas misunderstood my resources. So when I had Fox reaching out to me, telling me to come on the 4, and when I had fucking niggas behind me bringing me to Rolling Loud, and when I had motherfuckers doing me shit with City Girls and Moneybag Yo, it was like, well, damn, we ain't expect this. How the fuck? This nigga doing this shit and he ain't got all his catalog.
That's actually how the industry work, and niggas just be hating. Niggas be doing it wrong. Niggas be like, yo, I just need to put my shit out there The fact that you was a good artist making quality music.
But how do you hate on some shit that you own, nigga? You a part of this shit.
Doing what he couldn't, you know? So, you know,
at the end of the day, I ain't got time to do that bullshit, man.
It's okay.
Choppy chop.
You know, it's
leave that shit out. And that's that, my nigga. Damn. I appreciate the effort. Chop that shit out. I chop that part out of the video, and I put my other fucking intro part of the video on there. And I wish you could have went another direction.
No, you aggressive. You don't play no game.
No, you know what? I'm not aggressive, dog. But
what made you feel like okay? I understand that that's what you did. So, as a businessman, as an artist, when you come across a situation like that where artists, you know, if you pay for that verse, would you have taken the same action?
Yes. And I'm gonna tell you why that.
Okay.
It would have went a whole nother route because if I paid for it, I felt like if I needed you to do something else on it that only took 30 minutes, the videographer live in the same city as you, and they're telling you they only need 30 minutes, I would have felt insulted. I feel insulted just off of the strength of, nigga, you already know, you know, your cousin is my cousin. We got the same fucking last name. Yeah. So it's just like a nigga making that call saying, hey, yo, Lewbo, this is my peeps. Take care of him. I'm going to handle him right more than I would the other nigga. But when you telling other niggas, oh, man, he looking for favors and shit, well, you ain't never come to me and say you need a chat. Nigga, how you was in your city, I am in my city.
Right.
I walk in this club faster than you was in this Miami.
Mm-hmm.
This is my motherfucking city. You understand what I'm saying? Just like when I go in Orlando, I'm calling you. I was just trying to build a relationship. And it went honestly, man, you know, like I said, man, when the videographer told me, and this is a videographer who deal with major artists. Mm-hmm. So when he said out his mouth, and he a humble, quiet dude, mm-hmm. for him to say, man, niggas on some Hollywood shit, it further confirmed my thoughts. But I was a little bit more patient due to the fact that that's my cousin people. So out of respect, I try to show love because the nigga did show me love in the beginning with putting me on that platform. But that shit changed with the record, and I'm like, well fuck it, nigga. We ain't kissing no motherfucking ass, nigga. I'm a Dade County nigga. Nigga, the team strong down here, I'm connected down here. When you come in Miami, nigga, you know what I'm saying? This shit can go a whole other way. Like, nigga, whatever club you in right, nigga, my shit gets spent.
Okay.
Our shit getting spent. So if both our shit getting spent, nigga, you supposed to be behind it. Type of nigga you is. You feel me?
Agreed.
So, shit, fuck him. Chop, chop. Shit, nigga.
Is this the only artist you done came in conflict with? Cause that's ASAP. That's
don't do that like that. Don't do that like that. Don't do that like that.
No, I'm just trying to
Don't
see.
do that like that. You ASAP ain't know I was an artist, so that's different.
Well, I understand
he was
that.
being disrespectful to the club people.
Yeah.
He thought he was spraying that shit on Little Tom and Billy from the Urban America. Who's
it's surprise.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He was doing some Akon shit. Yeah, throw me off the stage. Nah, nigga, you got real niggas over here. Stop playing the fuck shit. No, it ain't. Listen, I deal with real niggas, man, and I think that let me know in this rap shit, it's a lot of motherfuckers who ain't solid as you think they is. You think they rap about shit, they might be affiliated with real shit, but at the end of the day, as an individual, a lot of these niggas clown and they pussy, bro.
Yeah.
So it's some real niggas like, shout out, man, it's a lot of real niggas I deal with in this game.
Shit.
But
you gonna shout out? Shout your
Oh, yeah, that's all I love. Man, listen, Frank Castle, shout out to my nigga Frank Castle. My nigga Trig, A1, Purge Gang, all my niggas like that. 93 Purpose. It's a lot of solid niggas in this game, man. Young Flock. You know.
I don't know, you know, I don't know Frank Castle personally.
Right.
But hey, his videos be funny. He's entertaining. And he be saying some real shit. But no offense to him personally, I ain't even know bro rap. Right. I thought that's what he did. You feel me?
Right.
Because, you know, I ain't hip. You know,
right.
I'm not the type of guy who I fuck with you if I hear some shit.
Right.
But I don't go looking for shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Believe it or not, I ran into him in the club because I got booked at the office
Okay.
And Terry Perry booked me at the club.
Oh, shout out Terry Perry.
Shout out Terry Perry, my nigga, man. One of the first promoters that booked me, him and Player Park.
Yep.
But when I was leaving, you know, he introduced himself. Yo, I'm Frank Castle, blah, blah, blah. And I introduced himself. But the whole persona, we both big niggas. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And he got his reputation in Little Haiti. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I got my reputation in the city. So it was more like a mutual respect of gorillas just coming together. And we did a record together. He did that bitch fast, man. Like, I sent him a record to do it. He jumped on that bitch fast. He support anything I do. I support whatever he do. And I think that's what this city need more of, man. Less egos and more friendships and more build the business. But it's a lot of haters and there's a lot of niggas who can't handle a nigga having more success than them. And it's hard for them to support that, even if they're a part of it. And I think that's a major issue why Miami artists, the Miami rap game is where it is right now. Because it's not the talent. There's a lot of talent here, but it's too much egos and niggas don't want to work with each other, don't want to support each other. There's a lot of negative competition. So fuck them.
And you know what's crazy though? That you say that. The majority of Miami artists that's doing big now are doing big overseas.
Right, but who's doing big now?
No, I'm saying you got Lunch Money.
He's not doing big overseas.
He doing big overseas.
Lunch Money historically was good, but
Lunch Money, he just dropped the track with Doja Cat. You know, he got
No. What I'm saying is historically, yeah, but
it's the
Doja Cat.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think
right before that, what it was?
Oh shit. You know,
I like Lunch Money. I like the gig girl.
But Flo
I like Lunch Money. Flo Rida.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? He ain't been dropping no music lately, but historically, he's one of the people that you come to. Historically, he's one of the people that you go to.
I'm saying, but it's just when they do big overseas.
Right.
It's like,
but they don't just do big overseas; they do big nationally as well. No, because
I get they do, they do. But when they started hitting, it was the overseas shit.
Well, because it's the market; they switched markets. You got to understand,
and that's what I'm saying. Why you got to do that? Being a rapper from Miami, being an artist from Miami, Atlanta artists don't got to do that.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the music that they was making wasn't appealing to the people in the country. The music that they was. Listen, let me tell you. You asked a question.
Okay.
The response is basically this: when Flo Rida was making Birthday Cake and Lost My Dunk and all the songs that he was making, it was good records, but it wasn't enough for the people in California, Texas, Georgia, for them to say to gravitate to that. Okay. But when he made more of the pop records, he made more household club bangers for that top 40 type music, where it was more appealing to the suburban neighborhoods. And that's how he got those features with, you know, a lot of white and Spanish artists and shit like that. And that's what got him over there. Had he been a hip hop, 50 Cent is known overseas. Why he ain't have to go pop? He wasn't rapping like a Georgia nigga. So what it is the type of music that he was making, it wasn't generating with that audience. So he switched it up. Same thing with Pitbull. When Pitbull was rapping, he was rapping under Towns and shit like that, or Vito them, and he could rap, but it wasn't gravitating to say, oh, you're gonna go 3 times platinum rapping. No, he had to make the Latino tracks and get the Latino people behind him and make those Latino records. Now you want a Fast 5 record soundtracks and shit like that, because it was more appealing to the audience. And that's what I tell Miami artists. Miami artists, some of them make good music, but you only make good music for a local audience. You got to think about the people in the Bay Area, LA, Atlanta, New Jersey, Montana, Texas. How you going to make them relate to that shit? You see what I'm saying? You got to make universal records. And that's what I think something about me is the versatility that I can make a Miami record, but I can also make a record that a nigga can relate to on the other side of the country. And that's what those guys did. They found their lane and they were successful with it. And why you think they ain't turned back?
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
Have you done any feature with any artists from outside the country?
No. I'm working on it now. He's gonna be on my project. He's from Turks and Caicos. But he like one of the top artists in Turks and Caicos.
Okay.
But really, I don't want to sell myself as a feature artist. A lot of niggas do songs as feature artists, and people really want to hear the songs for the feature more than hearing you because you never really show who you are. You ain't make your mark as who you are as an artist. So they only waiting until, Ball Greasy come on, or Major 9 come on. And after they verse, they skipping your record. You know what I'm saying? So
I understand.
I don't really want to put a whole lot of artists on my shit. You got artists that's doing songs, and after that, what happened? The shit they drop solo don't do nothing.
Okay.
Shit go triple styrofoam.
Respect.
So, yo.
Well, shit.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Damn sure what's up, goddamn. Y'all got me living this mother.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? You finish your cup. I done had like 3 of them motherfuckers. Okay.
Man, hold on, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He got a driver? Really got a driver?
If I ain't got a driver, nigga, I got Uber.
Hey, you're right about that. Hey, you come on here.
Hold on, Uber, you ain't getting no free promo. Y'all got to pay for that.
No.
Blur that out.
Okay. Exactly.
For real, though.
We'll send a home. We'll send a ride home for you. Oh, no. We'll send...
Man, my wife come get me. One thing about it, my wife ain't letting me spend the night over here on the beach with all these motherfuckers whole downstairs. Shit. Hey, my wife will be right downstairs, nigga.
You know that shit got 3 pools and shit, 3 different temperatures.
She don't give a fuck about none of that shit. She ain't gonna get me. Man, I got my own temperature in the house.
Yeah, she like,
I don't want no smoke either. Babe, come get me around these hoes.
Hey.
No smoke.
I feel you. Hey, ain't nothing wrong.
I let it be known, nigga.
Right?
Black love, baby.
Right, yeah. So, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
That's good.
Yeah, man. Pleasure being here, man.
You got any kids?
Yeah, I got one daughter, man, London.
That's
She might be a bigger star than me, though.
Yeah, she's amazing. I asked that question because I know he has a daughter and she's amazing.
She's on another level. Athletic, personality.
Right.
Her YouTube channel she building all, man. She's 6 years old and she's on another level. Read at a 3rd grade level. Oh, it's a blessing.
The new generation of kids are so smart, fool. I'm so interested. I wish, I wish I can see the shit they gonna create. I don't know how old I'm gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be cognitive of what's gonna be happening there. I might be fucking trying to grab a nurse's ass or some shit or keep from pissing on myself. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? One thing they might create something that'll just make me live forever. I'd be glad to be amazing like this forever.
Hopefully. I can't tell him. Right before they give you a matter, like, we found something. 100 more years. Yeah, Chloe put some of that forever shit on me, nigga. You feel me? Yeah, man.
Hey.
Shit. My daughter, she don't fuck around about me, boy. She ain't playing the radio, so. Man, I ain't had no father in my life, so, I just had to make sure that I do the right thing.
How do you feel that affect society? Like, do you think fathers are important?
Super important. Because the world is all, especially as an African American.
Do you feel like you would be a better person than you are if you had a father?
Yes.
Okay.
If I had a father in my life, I probably wouldn't even be a rapper. I'd probably be in the NFL somewhere. I come from an athletic background.
Yeah.
And my dad was the oldest out of all the athletic kids that went to the NFL. He was like the coach and a disciplinarian. But when it came out his own fucking kid, I ain't get that attention. You understand what I'm saying? So I kind of felt like he would have trained me, and I was just basically playing football off of natural athleticism.
Mm.
It wasn't nurtured. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not only just the football, it's just life as a man. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, my mom was such a major part of me But when my old boy came home from prison, I was chasing and looking for that relationship with my dad. When I got of an age where I could drive and pull up to this nigga myself, I just got to the point where I'm chasing this fuck nigga. Like, this nigga ain't even on child support. What you tripping about? Like, you should be good. So for me, it was like after I started chasing him, trying to get that love and attention from him, and I wasn't getting it, I was getting it from my uncles. Mm-hmm. My dad's was my uncles. And my two uncles to this day, one of them in Feds, and I still talk to them every day. But they was taking turns giving me life lessons and shit, and I learned everything from my uncles. The way that I act is a reflection of mostly because of my uncles. My dad, I have no relevance for. Like, he could die, and I'm not going to his funeral. Like, that's just how we don't have no relationship. So for me, feeling that as a kid, seeing other people in California in college after football games where you had fucking 12 tackles and 2 sacks and all this accolades, and you look in the stands and you ain't got no motherfucking body up, though. Those are certain moments where you feel it. I don't give a fuck what a kid say, oh yeah, my dad ain't in my life, I'm cool, I'm fine. But it's certain moments where you see other kids' dad in their life and you just kind of like, damn. You feel what I'm saying? And so for me, it was like, I was numb to it, but it made me a monster. Like, it made me almost, like, it made me an alpha male. I became very territorial of my mom. I made sure anything she needed, nobody would disrespect her. Anything as a man I would try to do to protect my mom and put her in a situation regardless of my dad stepping up to the plate as a man. Because my mom still kept a friendship with him. Even though he wasn't a father to me, my mom was just really a nice person and didn't want to cause him no hell because it was more so like, I got this without you. Mm-hmm. You got to deal with that, but I got this. So she ain't put him on no child support ever.
See, that my mom ain't put my dad on child support either. And, I just think that just was like what women in that day just did because they understood how that system worked.
I think that system is meant for people who need the help.
Yeah.
It's a lot of women, it's a lot of women out here
who need the help.
Who need the help. I look at my wife with my daughter. She worked, she bathed my daughter, spent time with my daughter. Like, the effort that goes, the time, fuck the money. You can put the money up. Like, my household, the money ain't a problem. My daughter wants time. And that's the hard part. Fuck the dolls, fuck the clothes, fuck the Jordans, fuck the school. She want to go to the playground. She want to go here. She just want to be around you. So it was just more so of spending that quality time that you can't get back. So it's a lot of sisters got to balance.
That's why your daughter's amazing.
Right, because I'm hands-on with them. But it's a lot of sisters out here with no fathers in these kids' life. These niggas ain't helping them, and they working hard, and they been a mother, and they got to study to be something better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's just, it's hard on I ain't gonna lie, man. It's nothing like an African-American woman. And it's hard for a sister, man, raising the kids, single, man.
You gotta take a shot to that.
Take a shot, man. All my sisters, I give them hell jokingly on Facebook, take a shot, man, but I love them, man.
African-American sisters.
Listen, we taking a shot to all of our African-American sisters, man. It's nothing like y'all.
Not even our melanin sisters. Man. You feel me? All with black skin.
It's nothing like women. Listen, it's nothing like women, but I'm gonna say African American because they get stereotyped so much.
Yeah. I'm saying melanin because we ain't even good at.
No, man, we don't get on in my life, nigga. I don't get open out, nigga. You done pulled out a therapy couch on my life, sad shit. Ain't nobody know shit about my daddy. Not the whole world know. Go ahead and pull the shit out.
I'm just saying, it's just, we're incredible. We're incredible people. We deal with a lot. We're still dealing with a lot. And yet we're trying to be amazing. We're not even trying. We are amazing. Regardless of the fact what the fuck they portraying us out here to be.
But I think it's important if you don't understand. The women.
Yeah, I was getting ready to go there. But the people don't understand that spiritually, men are put here to create. So we're here to create. And the fact that the one person that's actually doing 90% of the creating is the one that's the most neglected is amazing to me.
It's a woman, right? and I'm gonna go a little deeper with that because the shit that my wife went through, it almost makes you wanna be that help. The world goes against them. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
White women go against them.
Mm-hmm.
Spanish women go against them. Let's call it what the shit is. Every female in this world feel like they higher than the African American sister in life.
Which is crazy because I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Africa has the oldest university. We taught Europeans how to feed their children.
But they don't acknowledge that.
They know.
Listen, they know it, but they don't acknowledge that.
And that's the disrespect.
Right, just like Christopher Columbus, right? We know fucking Christopher Columbus ain't found no America, but they don't acknowledge that he used the help of African Americans and Spaniards to find here. So what I'm saying is we know the truth, but it's always different when they don't acknowledge it. And we got sisters going through fucking child support, abuse, domestic violence, single parent households. They're not getting no fucking help.
Yeah.
Sisters on fucking HUD and Section 8.
But
and all these programs, but yet they fucking a nigga. They got a nigga in their life and they on these programs. I feel like if I'm fucking you, you're not gonna be on no Section 8, you're not gonna be in the HUD because I want better for you to be dependent on the government. Because they want to control how we rock. They don't want you living in the household with a male. You want our help? Put him on child support. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? And once they divide that household, it's conquered. It's it. Choose. You want the family or you want the money?
That's the system.
And that's bullshit.
The system is designed to make Black people in poverty, not even Black people in poverty-stricken communities feel like there's limited resources, limited ways to get money, but you can't afford to go to school. So you have to get a laborer's job. If I can't make enough money to support the kids that I'm making, because I'm being human, a condom could break. I could be practicing sex. Or a girl who wants to get pregnant could tell me that she's taking a pill. Situations happen. Things happen.
Right.
She has the baby because she likes me, not knowing that I can't afford a kid. So now,
or she think you got money.
Or that too, because a nigga could be Gleason.
Right.
A nigga could be pretending. You hear me?
Well, in Miami, Cap City.
You know what I'm saying?
Cap City, bitch.
So there's so many things goes into this bubble of limited resources that you feel you have because you don't have the knowledge of the things that you could do because America don't train you to be successful. They train you to be an employee.
They train you to be dependent.
No, they train you to be an employee. Yeah, to be dependent on the system. You feel
right.
me?
They train you to be dependent on the system. Oh, you have a child. You want to be on Medicaid? Just apply for this, and we're gonna pay for all your kid doctor bills. Blah, blah, blah. Family Health Plus. Oh, but you can't get this until you put your child on, your kid, your husband, on your baby daddy on child support.
It's before all that. Tell me why you go to school for 12 years,
right?
And the main thing that you don't learn about in fucking school, is finance.
Right.
Why you won't teach me how to pay a mortgage? What the fuck? Why can't learn mortgages in fucking high school? If I'm gonna have to pay a house for the rest of my life.
Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. You can learn mortgage if you choose
to go to school. You know,
right?
That's what
you gotta choose. You gotta know you gotta have the knowledge
because
to know
it's for
what
the
lane is a successful lane,
or have the money.
Well,
because you can know the lane to take, but if you can't afford the lane to take,
hold on, no, I'm gonna erase all that.
But that's also going into you knowing what's available to you, though.
No, I'm gonna change all of that. As a student athlete, Miami has one of the most successful high school football athletics programs in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got more NFL players in the NFL than any other fucking city. Mm-hmm. All right, we going to high school, we going to college on football scholarships. When we go to school, our mind is on making it in the NFL. But we still got to pick a motherfucking major.
Yeah.
We don't have enough education on the backup plan. For example, I'm going to speak personal reference. I went to school on scholarship. I ain't pay a fucking penny for my shit. I was on football athletic scholarship. But I was a major in psychology. I took every psychology class that they fucking had. I only took it because the class was some shit that was interesting to me.
Yeah,
I ain't taking it for a job.
My favorite class too.
Right. I took it because I'm like, this shit cool as fuck.
That shit was fun.
But ain't nobody tell me if you want to make the big bucks, your ass got to go get your master's and you got to go get your doctorates. Mm-hmm. And you got to move to California. Yeah. Like, these are conversations that we don't have with our kids. Mm-hmm. But guess who had a conversation with their kids? The white people.
Exactly.
The Caucasians. They say,
it's their system, though.
I'm a lawyer.
It's their system. They have history of money. They took our history of money.
I'm a lawyer. My kid is going to go to law school, pass the bar exam, and be a lawyer and work for me. And he's going to be higher than everybody else who went to law school because we already set this foundation up. We don't have that mom and dad in position with a silver spoon in our shit. We got to figure this shit out. The average college student changed their majors 4 to 5 times a fucking semester. That means these kids don't know what the fuck they want to be in life. You understand what I'm saying? That's something that's essential to us because if you don't have somebody prior to you that's already established financially to tell you, do this, do that, you're going to be good once you do that, then I'm going to follow and listen to that. But we out here in this bitch, we just happen to be in college. We trying to find our way. How many people out here got degrees that ain't working shit? They got to do with their degrees. I make $100K. I make over $100K a year. Ain't got shit to do with my motherfucking degree.
Yeah.
Why? You see what I'm saying? That's a problem. Mm-hmm. And that's the conversation that we need to have with our kids. And that's the conversation
because school's a business too.
But the household got to have some type of management before you even get to school. I don't want my kid life to be dependent upon the school teachers. Shit, I see what these hoes talking about. You know how many hoes talk all that crazy shit that's teachers on my Facebook? Yeah. Shit, I can only imagine my motherfucking teachers on Facebook, social media like that.
Exactly.
My kid came to school prepared. Why? Not because of the school, but because of the home training. Exactly. My daughter is advanced because of the home training, not the school. And that's we gotta look at the household. Our household mindset has changed.
Exactly. And you're more focused on wealth building, future, what your daughter's going to have, what she's going to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what definitely has to change for a change to happen, you know? And it also has to have the resources for these things to be possible.
But it's hard because my daughter has experienced some shit that a lot of the country ain't experiencing. The mom and dad still together. My daughter's 6 years old, and she witnessed her mom and dad waking up to them every day. Mm-hmm. If I go to Vegas for the weekend with the fellas and I wake up and my daughter and daughter don't see me in the bed, she gonna FaceTime me and say, "Daddy, where are you?" Definitely. Because she's accustomed to waking up to her mom and dad. A lot of America is not accustomed to that presence. And that presence alone has an inflection on where you end up in life.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is an active father, can they equate to being like a present father? Like, okay, we break up, she keeps the kid, I'm still active, I pay what I need to, I see my daughter every chance I get.
Right.
Is that the same effect as a father in the household?
No. And and the reason I'm gonna say no is because that child has already learned the difference between in-house family and co-parenting. It's a difference. Yeah, my dad might come over and show me love, but don't think that child don't understand that this is my weekend, this is mommy weekend, this is daddy weekend. It's the difference between rolling over and your child waking up and like, daddy! Or in the middle of your night, your child has a nightmare and your child runs in the room and jumps in the middle of the bed between her mom and her dad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a completely different effect. Now, I'm not saying that child won't have the same, won't understand love, but what I'm saying is it's a different perspective. It's a different perspective. Because now you're teaching the family, you're teaching that child of what that whole mom and dad relationship is about. That's why you got a lot of white families still together just off of that alone. They don't want to be together, but they always say for the kids. Mm-hmm. So you got marriages that's lasting longer than the next due to they understand the longevity effect of staying together just for the sake of the kids. African Americans, it's more selfish. Fuck that. He cheated on me, I'm out. She cheated on me, I'm out. They don't really think about the kids to the point of what that effect would be. Because a lot of them don't affect it because none of us really personally, only a small percentage of that actually experience that mom and dad still together. There's not a lot of mom and dad still together in African American families. That's why they preach that black love shit so much, right? Because it's really rare. But it's a lot of active fathers in the world. But as far as being with the mom in the same household, it's just not as common as a white household is.
Shit. This is true.
No, man.
This is true. And I feel the same way. It's just it's a lot of blended families out there.
A lot. A lot.
I feel like it has to be a solution to where we can do something to where we can create an environment to where all situations could win and succeed. Or we got to get back to a village raising child. We got to get back to our roots. We got to get back to the shit that they made us forget. Because I ain't gonna lie, when I talk to people who, don't get me wrong, Africa still got their problems.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With the whole environment and, the rape culture and the sex trafficking and the whole situation. But their family culture and how a village truly, supports each other type shit, and how a man should present himself to a woman he wants to build his life with, how he should present himself to her and their family. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an extension,
Okay.
And it's all building.
Let me check.
I feel like we have to all get back to the education of it all.
Okay. If you have a daughter.
See, I don't have
Hold on.
No.
But I'm going to put you in a situation where I want to know how you think. If you have a daughter, and your daughter's doing something that she shouldn't be doing, she's being fresh, right?
Yeah.
And somebody in your neighboring society pops her ass and spanks her on the ass for doing that, would you have a problem with that? If they beat your daughter's ass for being fresh.
It's dependent
Pat on the ass. Pow, 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 pow. Would you have a problem with that? Yes or no?
Depending. It depends.
On what? I just told you. She's being fresh.
You know, it's like I have to know exactly. You know, I won't have a problem with it, and I will have a problem with it.
Listen, I'm going to answer that for you.
It's two things, and the reason why is the day and age that we in. I have to. They have to know me well enough to do that.
It's a village. It's your neighboring village.
They have to know me though. It can't be.
You said it takes a village. Hold on.
Yeah.
You said it takes a village. If someone from that very village that it takes spanks your daughter ass, will you have a problem with it?
I would if I didn't know the person. I would have to know the person.
Listen,
no. It's just
because they know you.
But see, the thing is, when I think village, it's familiarity, it's family, it's friend. So I have to consider you that
but
for me to.
It just be a friend too.
No, because a neighbor don't always be your friend.
So what do you call them?
Neighbors not always friendly.
So what do you call a village?
Hey,
no, that's what I just said. A village to me is a person that I consider familiar, a family, a friend.
Okay,
somebody
so if
that
they beat your daughter ass, would you have a problem with it?
No, I would not.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Because I know that person. I know that if they did that, it was for a reason. It's not some person where I feel like they did that because they could be a pervert, they could be abusive, they could be crazy. It can't be some random.
Let me tell you the problem with society. You see how long it took for us to decipher whether you have a problem with that? You see how easy it was to say it takes a village to raise a child, right. But then the whole point came to, well, who do you classify as the village?
You're right.
So now what happens is you have parents defending behavior.
And you know what?
Because your kid was their ass wrong. You better not hit my motherfucking child, bitch. That ain't your...
No,
that's the problem.
And you know, the thing is how people feel about each other.
Right.
It's just how society is.
Right.
We feel like other people feel like other people are crazy, perverted, nasty, rapists. People feel like that about each other naturally unless you know each other.
Right, but then I look at it like this, then they are not a part of the village. When I say village,
you feel me?
I mean those who have the most genuine love, the best interest
to be familiar.
For the community and for these kids. What's happening is nobody wants nobody else to say shit to their kids but them. You got a city full of fucking killers right now. And the fucking killers is laying up on somebody's couch.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing but 16, 15, 17-year-olds doing the shit.
Right.
They ain't got no motherfucking phone bill in their goddamn name. But guess what? The mama gonna defend their ass to the bus out. Mm-hmm. Why is that? I think we don't have enough accountability in society today. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I feel like if my daughter has an issue, then I feel like the communication should be sent to me because of the simple fact that if I don't know how my daughter's going to perceive your approach, just because today's society is so fucking malicious. It's so much jealousy. Exactly. It's people that take shit out on your kids just because they don't like you. Me being a nigga that's highly disliked, I don't trust your judgment on how you're going to handle my daughter just because you don't fuck with the daddy. You understand what I'm saying? So now I am that protective bear. So I think the village itself has been broken. Mm-hmm. We need to identify who are the village. Mm-hmm. Who's the village? And that's the important part. Because your neighbor called the police on you to go to prison.
Yeah.
Your football coach nowadays are fuck your kids. It's true.
Yeah.
We see this all the time. The football coach is molesting the kid. The football coach want to fuck the mama.
Do you feel like this some new shit, or it's always been like that?
I feel like.
Well, as you know, because we in a technology age where information is. We done. I don't feel like it was always like this. Uh-huh.
I felt like when we stopped dealing with the whole sincerity and the whole being genuine part and start being more selfish as far as fuck these kids. I'm gonna start your kid as a fucking starting quarterback, even though he's trash. Even though it might work better for him to be second string and me to work with him and train him to be a better quarterback because I wanted to fuck his mama. I'm gonna make him be a starter quarterback so I can get this pussy.
I'm saying, but
who do you help? Are you helping that?
Do you think that's something new?
No, I think that's new because we start using our position for our own selfish agendas.
Okay, so you feel like we was more moral.
I felt like we were more moral as a community because the common enemy was everybody else but us. Everybody was against us. Mm-hmm. It was a point in time when we couldn't go into the fucking bathroom with the white people, so we had no choice but to have unity and trust with each other.
What you think caused the change?
I think what caused change.
Because if we can get to the root of why things are now, do you think it's because of our position in society that caused us to be just...
I think perception. I think perception is the worst thing.
What people want now. What people think.
No, how people look at you. I think perception has been the worst thing that ever happened to black people. Fuck having money as long as people look at me like I got money. Fuck being a father as long as people look at me as a father.
So that go back to slavery when the slave masters used to dress you up. Sunday's best.
Right. It's a false narrative.
Sunday's best.
It's a false narrative. Because what happens is you train your mind to believe the lie. It's like niggas who doing scam, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing against them. They hustling, they grinding. Mm-hmm. But they believe that they really getting this money on their own. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like that dad who you know ain't doing shit but post the pictures of his child all day on social media. But everybody gonna post and say, "Oh, you such a good dad," but you know the truth behind it. Mm-hmm. But as long as society believes it, fuck the effect that it has on my child.
Cool with it. Okay.
Right. So perception is different from me. You know, to now it's like niggas master looking like money instead of actually getting the money. And they satisfied with that. If you look at me like I'm balling, fuck it. I ain't gotta try to be balling no more. Because they think I'm balling.
Yeah.
Even though my account negative. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the whole perception, Facebook, the apps, females put all these apps and they look like this on social media and they don't look like in real life. Fuck that. As long as I get 6,000 motherfucking views, 500 likes on social media, who cares what they think about me in person? It's a false narrative, man. It's perception.
It's like you don't even look like that off camera or you ain't even got that shit.
Right.
You know, yeah. Do you think it's technology that caused that perception or it's just that
society
time?
Times. Because
I think it's technology. I personally think
I'm gonna tell you why.
I blame I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Okay.
I feel we're in a day and age where us as a people haven't gotten used to the accessibility or the use of technology. We're now discovering what we really can do with it, and people. The first wave was, oh, look at me, this is what I can do with this.
Right.
Now it's being creative. Now it don't even matter how you look. It matter what the fuck you can do with that shit.
Okay. I'm going to go against that, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it all got to do with the mindset. An app that can make you beat anybody in the world online wouldn't matter to a person that don't give a fuck about being anybody online. If I care about being somebody in real life, those apps mean shit to me.
Exactly.
But because of people valuing how they're perceived online and social media and how they're looked at and their self-esteem based off of likes and attention and interaction, that social media helped build people's self-esteem online. But in reality, they hurt. They don't like themselves. It's a different world. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's like being on Section 8 and you know you're on Section 8, but you're going to post the fucking car that you got, but you don't post the house. You see what I'm saying? It's two different narratives. What I'm saying is, once you get to the space where you say, listen, I'm confident in the skin that I live in, yet I still want to be better, then those apps have no... Why the fuck is TikTok and Instagram and all these niggas is billionaires? Why are they billionaires? We always had MySpace and Black Panther and all that shit before. Why are all these people billionaires? Because people can be whoever the fuck they want to perceive themselves to be online. They got apps that make you change your weight, change your waistline, enhance your boobs, change your color complexion.
They can do all that. Yeah, Photoshop. Yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is, why does listen, for a woman who loves who she are, who she is, why would she care about Photoshop?
Right.
Why would it be relevant? We making them rich because we keep using the shit.
I feel like, but this is an age-old problem. Beauty and vanity has always been an issue. See, the thing is, this is why the reason why I feel like the world feels like it does now, we are detached from history. We feel like we are apart from it, but it's all the same shit. It's just you see it quicker. It's like now, before, it took you 3 months to find some shit out like, damn, hey, you remember that bad bitch from school? You know, Johnny seen her titties. Now, nigga, you be like, hey, Johnny seen the titties in 30 seconds. You feel me? Right. You know what I'm saying? So information is quicker and we not used to the speed of the information we're getting. Right, so now it feels like people are slow, stupid, retarded. People are getting depressed. They not used to hearing about the bad shit that they done that quick. Now, while I'm feeling bad about what I did, people are telling me about what I did. I really want to kill myself. Before I was thinking, 3 months I had a chance to think about it. You know what I'm saying? No. Back in the day, information was slower to get to you. So I had a couple months to think about it. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake. Information get around slower. Person right in the middle. The whole world don't know about some shit. I can move. You know what I'm saying? Some crazy shit. Now, you know, if I'm famous, I do some. You get a name now. You do some crazy shit. You can't disappear.
But see, what I think you missing is, you're looking at it from a negative aspect.
I'm looking at it from
listen, hold on.
The speed of life.
No, but listen, let me tell you how the speed of life work is. You didn't look at the people who use it to use it for their own personal perception. What about the female who said, fuck this shit? If I can make this shit look like this, I'm gonna have all them niggas in my DMs cutting a check. You understand what I'm saying?
Everybody's always been like that, though.
No, that's not true. Because if it's already been like that historically, then what's the relevance of social media today?
The relevance is the speed. The speed of me being able to manipulate the life that I want to live, because everybody always wanted to be something that they weren't.
Right, but what I'm saying is, even if you manipulate,
think about it, now I can show you and I can kind of see what people may think.
Listen, even if you manipulate the system, social media has the ability for that person to get on there and portray some shit to go against what you believe. As long as it look good, niggas gonna bite.
And you know,
bitch can say you got AIDS.
Think about what you're describing. This is religion. You can make a cult about exactly what you just said. This that was the first form of manipulating what society feels and think. Religion.
Right, but what I'm saying is, well, that's been historically since
that's
slavery culture.
You
but
feel
what I'm
me?
saying is,
that's what it is.
Right, but what I'm saying is, right, but
now it's quicker.
Right, but listen, but what I'm saying is, not only quicker, it's more profitable.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And that's the big aspect that you're missing. See, the profit and the benefits, you got females now that rappers are motherfucking having babies from just by them being successful on Instagram.
My whole thing
She can't make a layup. She can't make a free throw. She don't come from no money, but the bitch Instagram is popping. Now they call it Instagram models. So what you got to understand is they found a way to manipulate the system to work in their favor.
My whole thing is the reason why I say this is an age-old thing of people pretending and manipulating the system. This is how Black people got in the situation that we're in.
It's not Black people.
No, hear me out.
Go ahead.
Hear me out. Throughout history, we had a system. We had an order to how things went. We kept it face value or for whatever it was worth. You know? Then, you know, you get a different people thinking different and they want to make a barter system. They want to make a system to where they think you can profit off of the slaves that you already have.
Why?
Huh? No.
These ideas, they don't just come from the air.
No, I'm saying
it comes from things that's been shown.
No, it comes from a different way of thinking.
No, it's shown from a different way of results.
It's like you can look at this and say, hey, I see this for this. And this is what I use this for.
Okay.
You never seen this. You walk in the room, be like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Right.
I want to flip that shit over and spin it. So I'm going to sell it for a flip over spin it thing. And wherever you from, that's the shit. You feel me? Our thing is, you know, we did how we did things. Different people came teaching something different, like, you know, slavery, whatever, or a culture to where, you know, colonizing, you know, creating different things to expand yourself through things. You feel me? So you don't have to be eliminated. That's all it is. When you only do that, you only rebirth yourself so you can live again.
I disagree.
That's what you don't.
You're making it more complicated.
That's not.
It's really simple.
It's not.
This
it's
is
simple.
Let me tell you.
Wait.
Okay, go ahead.
I ain't even finished.
Go ahead.
Hear me
you don't
out.
understand that shit you saying. You just
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
Because what I'm explaining to you is how the reason why we feeling how we feel is because we was manipulated from a system that we already created.
From who?
From the people who we taught everything they know.
What about the own teachers we taught each other?
That's what you don't realize. When you have a person who knows everything you know, telling you something different where you can see, yo, I see what they talking about.
Listen,
and you buy into that.
Let me correct that.
It confuses you.
Let me tell you something.
This is like welfare.
No, let me tell you.
Let me correct
that. Hold on. Let me correct that. Because you all over. Let me make this real simple. I'm gonna tell you why. If I taught you something, it's nothing that you can teach me to reprogram from the shit that I grew up on.
That's what you think.
No.
I'm not. No.
Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me finish because you just said a lot. What I'm telling you is, my mother. I'm giving an example because I was that product that was taught something that was never manipulated because I feared my home morals and principles more than I did police, the streets, and friendships, opinions, and shit like that. Manipulation didn't work with me because I always feared like, hell no. My mama told me this is right, this is wrong. Fuck what the world has to tell me. I gotta deal with her when I get home. So when I live in Scott Projects,
but look at your history.
Listen,
this is what you're not understanding
let me respond to this.
Lineage.
Let me respond to this. When I grew up in Scott Projects, it's no coincidence that all of my friends was murderers. All of my friends went to prison. All of my friends did dope. All of my friends smoked weed. To this day, I can't roll a fucking joint. That ain't come because society told me, oh, they manipulated me. But my mother would listen. What my mother
ain't even hear the key word you just said, my brother.
Okay.
You just said all of my friends. You was a one out of many. The majority around you was not doing what you was doing.
Right, but what I'm saying is
because of your heritage. You have fighter spirit in your blood. We started the interview talking about that. Go, hear me out.
But you don't just wake up a fighter.
But listen, you're not hearing me out. When you have a people who did 400 years aimed at taking out the strong individuals in your community, who you think is around? If they aimed at the strong people,
listen,
what percentage of people you think is left teaching people what you think they supposed to know and how they should act?
All right, so I'm gonna respond.
Without a way for people to learn that shit, without the leaders.
All right. So what I'm telling you is, just because the roots was installed in me doesn't mean that I wasn't a target. And it doesn't mean, that I was one of a few. It's many cats like me, believe it or not. But what happened is the information displayed is only those who are not. You see what I'm saying? Okay. It's like they show more examples of deadbeat dads.
I see where you're going with it.
Than they do the fucking dads in their life. So if I only present
is what you present. Okay.
Right. So if I only present this factor, you can manipulate that if that's only displayed to you. But I'm a person who is a personal experience. I went to Liberty City Elementary and I went to Hollander Elementary the next fucking year. That's life-changing. I went from projects.
How you felt the education? Can you remember, like, because I went from Crop to Carol City.
Right.
And I felt like the shit they was teaching was...
Way different. Way different. Without a doubt, without going to Michael Crop, my education wouldn't be as superb as it is. Because of the exposure. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, whoever you teach the education to take over next is going to be the motherfuckers that's the boss. If I teach you how to get the house and how to get the cars and how to get the monies without using cash money, and I'm telling this other motherfucker, they need cash money, who you think going to work for who? You understand what I'm saying? When you look at the alumni of Carol City, Miami Northwestern, Miami Central, and then you go to Michael Crops, Chaminade, St. Thomas Aquinas. You look at those alumni and you look at those positions in life, occupations, income. Who do you think making the most capital? Because the only people making the capital from those inner city schools are athletes or entertainers. But you got Michael Crops. We got niggas who just CEOs of shit.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
This is true.
So what I'm saying is, when you have that position, you understand, listen, it is the education. No matter how you want to perceive it, you put me in a situation where I'm competing tier to tier with the white folks and the Spanish people. But if you take that away from them and you put them in the inner city, I have the leverage over them. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have that same access to be on an equal playing field.
And that's why it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't, but
it shouldn't
listen,
be like that.
But you got to understand this. The winners wrote history. And that's important to remember. When you see history in movies and shit like that, it ain't no coincidence of the loser, whoever lost, the person who was threatened to the throne. You mention his name and you dethrone. Don't even mention his name. They want you erased from history. They don't even want your name spoken upon. You know why? Because they don't want you to know the truth. Mm-hmm. They don't even want you to know how powerful you could have became, how powerful your bloodline was. So now you have a situation of sisters and brothers want to be everything but themselves. Mm-hmm. I wake up and I'm proud as fuck. I'm 390 pounds. I'm fat, skinny, and wet. But one thing about it, I know one thing about me. You can put other cats in the same shoes as me, and they wouldn't make it out. They wouldn't survive it. They wouldn't survive it. Because genetically, this bloodlines, we are taught to be stronger. Masculine, look at our bloodlines. You know, you look at Asian people. They're real small and tiny, right? They all, how many motherfucking 6'6" Asians do you really see normally? They real tiny.
They do sumo.
Right, but they live longer life. They have a longer lifespan because of the foods and shit they eat. But dominance, alpha males, the presence, we were naturally intimidated to society, and they do anything to de-escalate that and make us more feminine and more passive and more controlling.
Yeah.
And we have to understand that DNA is of something different. You understand what I'm saying? You got rich white females that want to have kids and say, I want the eggs of a fucking 6'6", hazel-eyed, brown. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It's a reason for that.
One thing we got to feel like we don't have to play by their rules. We can make the rules.
We have to be in position to make the rules.
We can make the position to be in the...
If
we can focus, all we got to do is focus efforts.
We can't make the rules.
We already got the money. We already have the money.
No, we don't have the money.
Yes, we do.
Hold on, bro.
Yes, we do.
Bro, listen. Hold on. First of all,
it's niggas with money. Niggas with money. It's niggas with money.
Bro,
it's niggas.
What you call money? What you call money ain't money to. Listen, you know, generational wealth, nigga.
Nah, you don't.
You talking about money for you. Hey. They talking about when I die, my kid automatically on before he even gets to 7th grade.
This is true.
So what I'm telling you is that ain't money. The money is non-capital.
So what we got to do? We got to create an environment to where we can circulate.
We have to create generational wealth.
That's how
you create that.
Create an environment of circulating the money so it builds up. You only create generational wealth by having it for generations. So it has to build up.
That's not true.
The money, yes.
You have you don't need to be you don't need to have generations. If I become a millionaire tomorrow, I can structure my daughter to be successful. That doesn't take generations.
No. You can't. You have to educate your daughter to be successful.
Not true. Listen to me. Listen. You don't let me on your spot?
No.
What I'm telling you is you got people like Donald Trump, right?
Yeah.
Dumb as fuck. His dad was rich. He borrowed.
But
listen, come on, bro. You gonna ask me a question?
But you talking about somebody who's at the butt of generational wealth.
No, you're asking a question about generational wealth.
He already got it though.
Bro,
I'm talking about creating it.
No. You're not listening. He don't have it. His dad have it. Listen to me.
That's the butt of generational wealth.
No, you're not listening to me. White kids' parents have the money. They have to go to mom and dad for the credit cards for school. When I was in school at the University of Florida, the parents paid the rent. If the kids had the money, they were paying their own rent. They have to go to their parents to say, Mom, can you pay my rent? Mom, can you buy my Benz? That's fucking generational. What I'm saying is they are set up for the future. But at the moment, they are not financially stable. They are financially dependent on the success of their parents. So what I'm telling you is, if you have kids, if you are worth $20 million today, whether your kids is dumb as the fuck, you can set up in your will where your fucking kids can be successful. As long as you got a financial advisor and you have people in line that you can pay to say, listen, make sure my kid do this, make sure my kid do that. It don't fucking Paris Hilton. She'll tell your ass right, damn, she the dumbest bitch in, she the dumbest richest bitch you ever seen. But she's filthy fucking rich. She's dumb as the motherfucker. But guess what? She got fucking businesses and perfume lines and all this other type of shit. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got to understand. It don't take the money to do that. It takes the structure. And we don't have that structure. You got millionaires and football players who are $50, $60, $70 million, and when they die, their kids don't know what the fuck to do. You got families right now who parents have been owning homes all their life, and when they die, their kids get the house and they lose the fucking house. I see it in my neighborhood all the time. The parents die in our neighborhood. Everybody had own their houses. As soon as the grandma died, the mama died, and the kids get it, the house, they lose the fucking house in 2 years. Now there's nothing but Latinos on the house. The structure ain't set up right. We need to start setting up shit to where our kids are set up for in case anything happened to us.
Okay.
And that's what we don't do enough preparation. My grandma owned all type of properties and shit right now. If she died, I'm gonna have to go through all her paperwork and figure out what the fuck going on. I told her, I said, listen, man, you die, I need to know the business. But it's so selfish.
That's true though.
It's so selfish that they don't want you to know that.
What you feel we should do? What's the first step?
The first step?
First step. Your suggested first step.
My suggested first step?
The suggested first step. What shit? Damn, I got two questions. After that, what's your suggested first step?
My first step was say unity. I think we should it's a lot of great entrepreneurs, there's a lot of great ideas, there's a lot of great philanthropists, it's a lot of great just African American everything. I think we need to start getting behind our own and building our own brand as a culture and making our culture more essential to the world because we are the number one consumers. So let's be the number one in production. Let's be the number one culture needed not only to buy shit, but provide shit. And we don't have a lot of that. So I think the first step is let's get behind these people with great ideas, with great businesses, with great work ethic, with great ideas and actually show the quality of work that can outdo what's in the mainstream. But might just need the sponsorship. We need to get behind that type of shit and support it to be to the point where we are a threat. And not only are we a threat, it's mandatory to have us in that economy to build where we stand because we only make up 12% of the country. So the numbers are against us, but yet we only make up 12% of the country, but we are the number one in consumers. We're the number one in Louis Vuitton and shopping and Gucci and all that type of shit. Okay. But yet we're considered poor. That's an issue. Yeah. So I think that's the first step. Where we spend our money and how we spend our money.
Yeah. Okay.
Spend with our own.
That's what's up. Okay. Last official question. Mm-hmm. What do you have to say to young aspiring rappers? Let's leave with that.
I think for any young aspiring rapper, I think the main thing would be to educate yourself on the industry, educate yourself on the game. I think it's a lot of artists coming to the game with a lot of great talent, and that's all they have to offer is the talent, and they're being taken advantage of by people who know the business. I think artists need to become more self-reliant on understanding the benefits, understanding points, understand masters, understanding just everything that entitles them to get their money back and be independent. Because if you're coming with just good music and you're not thinking and understanding your BMIs and your scores and how streaming works, somebody's getting paid off of your lack of knowledge. So I think once we understand the business, then we become more of a threat, and even in the industry, because all of the white people and the Jewish and all the other people are making millions and hundreds of millions of dollars off of these cats who got all this great music and all this fame and popularity, but they don't have the finances to match. And that's the problem. That's why now you got people like Master P encouraging cats to go independent and trying to teach them how to be successful, and not only how to be successful, why is more beneficial to be successful and independent as an artist versus just saying, oh, I signed with Def Jam and I get 1% of all my sales. You made 1 million, but they made 100 million. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once artists, I think a lot of artists don't understand. You'd be surprised how many artists make great music, but they put their music on SoundCloud. They don't even know how to put their music on Tidal and iTunes. Something as simple as that. Mm-hmm. They're just not doing it. They don't understand streams. Yo, you ain't got to sell. You can put your music online and you get paid just by people looking at your music. Register with BMI and all these distribution companies. I'm not signed. Doesn't mean I'm not getting paid for the streams. You understand what I'm saying? And that type of information is not being given to each other enough. Why? Because we in competition with each other. Yeah. I want to be the first guy to make it out of Miami. I want to be the best out of Miami. I'm not going to give you the plug on who can get me signed with Def Jam. It's just foolishness, man. When not understanding that what you do can make me better also, especially if I brought you to the table. You understand what I'm saying? That's how A&Rs are created. You see what I'm saying? I found talent, brought you to the table. Right. Now they're saying, oh, man, you brought Drake to the table. Shit, can you find more like Drake? Right. You see what I'm saying? But in Miami, it's different. Nah, man, I don't know nobody. It's bad, man. So we gotta change that narrative, and we gotta change that whole approach. And we gotta get more business-minded, man. As artists, you gotta understand the business of this rap game. Exactly. How do you get paid? Without management, how do you own your own shit? Don't want to be like the Locks where you're on radio stations begging for people to release your records to get your masters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you don't learn from those people's mistakes, then you're not a student of the game. You're right. Simple as that, man. Learn the game, fellas. Learn the rap game. Learn how to become self-efficient. Be your own boss. And learn how to invest into yourself. Stop taking shit the cheap route. You can spend $200 on some Jordans, put $200 into motherfucking your marketing of your music. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Shit, even Joy got to run commercials. Right. That's all I got to say. That's what's up. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, yo. Yes, sir.